This can't be happening, Luis.
Yeah, but I'm afraid it is. You heard what the cops said. I'm a dead man walking.
But this isn't right. Ethan, what is happening?
I heard from the DA. It's not good news.
Yeah, we heard. He's going for the death penalty if I'm convicted.
I'm sorry, I wanted to be the one to tell you.
Well, one of my fellow officers couldn't wait to break the news.
Well, you can't give up hope.
Yeah, sorry, Ethan. It's just kind of hard when all the evidence is stacked up against me.
You have to stop this, Ethan. We can't let them kill Luis.
Look, this DA, he's a political animal, Luis. He's trying to prejudice the jury before it's even selected.
Yeah, and it's going to work, too. As soon as the press hears that he's going for the death penalty, the public's going to convict and execute me before I even stand trial.
But that is so wrong. Luis shouldn't have to prove his innocence. It's up to the DA to prove his guilt in court.
Yeah, my innocence has nothing to do with it. Whoever's framed me for Ray's murder and attacking you is doing a damn good job.
We need to find a way to prove that you didn't do any of this.
Well, that's the thing. I know that I could do that if I could just get out of here.
Well, you blew any chance of being released on bail when you escaped the first time. But we got investigators working on your case, and they're doing everything that you could do if you were free.
Yeah, thanks to Teresa. And she's using all her money and power as the head of Crane Industries to help you, Luis.
Yeah, she loves you a lot.
I know. As opposed to her becoming a Crane as I was, I have to admit it certainly does come in handy right now. Especially when my brother and I are both being accused of capital crimes.
Well, you know Teresa would sacrifice anything for her family.
Oh, you don't know the half of it.
What does that mean?
There's something you should know. Something that directly affects your defense.
What?
Teresa wasn't going to tell you, but I'm going to tell you. She's being blackmailed.
Blackmailed?
Why? For what?
All I know is that they want her to marry Jared Casey. Or they'll make sure that you and your brother spend the rest of your life in prison. Or in your case, go to your death.
Now, hold on. You're telling me that Teresa is being forced to marry Jared in order to protect me?
Yeah, you and Miguel.
But you said blackmail. What has Teresa done that someone could use as blackmail?
I wish I knew. All I know is there is some secret that she has been keeping from me. She refuses to tell me about. And I think that's obviously what the blackmailer is using against her.
Okay, this doesn't make any sense. Somebody wants Teresa to marry Jared, even though she's in love with you. But why? What difference could it make to anyone but the people involved? You and Teresa and Jared.
I wish I had the answers. I don't. I've been trying to get Teresa to tell me the secret of hers for so long now, and she won't budge. Trust me, the last thing I want to see is her marry Jared.
Well, you can't let her do it.
Yeah, how can you stop her?
Well, I don't know. But you cannot let her marry Jared Casey.
But Teresa must believe that the blackmailer is serious.
She does. She said that if she didn't marry Jared, somehow she'd lose all the Crane money and power, and she would not be able to help you and Miguel.
Well, how's she going to lose all her power and money? She's Alistair Crane's widow. She has his grandson.
I don't know. The blackmailer also demanded that she has to marry Jared and stay the hell away from me, because apparently the blackmailer wants me to himself, or herself.
Well, that's bizarre.
Yeah. Well, you've got to stop it, Ethan. Teresa loves you, and you love her, right?
Yes, more than anything.
Then go to her and convince her to marry you. And tell her that I can take care of this myself. I'm serious, Ethan. I don't want Teresa making this kind of sacrifice for me.
Neither do I, but I couldn't talk her out of it.
Well, I'll talk her out of it. Just get her down here.
I honestly think there's nothing you could say to make her change her mind.
It sounds like she's going to do whatever it takes to clear you and Miguel, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, you even marry the wrong guy. No, you know what? You tell her to tell that blackmailer to go to hell. I'll figure something out.
You realize if you do that, you and your brother will probably be convicted.
Oh, you know what? If Miguel were here, I'll bet you he'd say the same thing that I just said. Nobody messes with my sister or our family, okay? We stick together.
Not our family.
Look, I admire what you're doing, and I understand. And you know, I've always been close with your family. I'm going to do everything I can to help you and your brother, but I got to tell you something. If Teresa decides to stand up to this blackmailer, and she does lose all the Crane money and power, we're going to have a really hard time in front of us, Luis.
Well, I have faith in you, Ethan. Now, hold on a second. You think that this person who's blackmailing Teresa is the same person who's setting up me and Miguel?
I don't know. I mean, it's possible, but we don't have any proof.
Well, we have proof. It just all happens to point to me.
Seems like this person is constantly one step ahead of us.
Well, I'm not going to let him ruin Teresa's life. He's already ruining mine and Miguel's. Now, you've got to stop Teresa from marrying Jared.
Well, we don't have to worry for the moment because Jared is too weak to do anything right now. He's still recuperating from his gunshot wound.
Oh. Well, I guess that buys us a little time.
Yeah, but Luis, you know your sister. If I'm going to convince her to not marry Jared, I'm going to have to come up with something, some kind of lead that's able to clear your name, or she's going to feel like she's abandoning you and Miguel.
All right, well, then let's think of something.
All right, first, Fancy, I need you to see if there was any disclosure information delivered to the station house from the DA's office.
Okay, I will. But are you sure about this, Luis? I mean, I have enough money to pay for the private investigators, but not the kind of money Teresa has at her disposal.
And you don't have judges and politicians in your back pocket either.
Well, I could try to talk to them, wow them with my being a Crane, or try to make them believe that I can get them elected or something.
Listen, Fancy, I appreciate you trying to help, but I am not going to be responsible for Teresa spending the rest of her life without the man that she loves. What's wrong?
The computers are down right now for routine maintenance, but they'll be up running shortly.
No, that's all right. That's all right. I'm telling you, I think that we're on to something. Because if you can access the phone call that Teresa got tonight, we can probably trace it and figure out who it was.
Okay, those papers from the DA's office still aren't here, Ethan, but I found out that Judge Riley is sending a justice of the peace over to the hospital.
To the hospital?
To marry Teresa and Jared.
They can't do that.
I thought he wasn't well enough yet.
Apparently he's well enough to say I do.
Oh my God, I gotta go. I gotta go.
You gotta stop her, Ethan. You cannot let her marry Jared. Stop her!
I hope he gets there in time.
I hope Ethan's not too late to stop that wedding.
Yeah, me too. But, Luis, if Teresa doesn't marry Jared, the blackmailer told her that she would lose all her power and money. If that happens, she can't pull the strings to help you and Miguel with your trials.
I know that. But how the hell am I supposed to live with myself if I know that Teresa gave up a chance to be with Ethan to save me?
Luis, how can you live at all if Teresa doesn't marry Jared? I mean, you can be convicted. You can.
I'm not giving up on proving my innocence. I'm just saying I don't want Teresa to live her life without the man that she loves.
And what about me? And how am I supposed to live my life without you?
It's not going to matter anyway unless I'm completely exonerated. You'll always wonder, maybe I was the person that attacked you.
Oh, Luis, I don't want to think
You know what? It's okay. Based on the evidence, I'd think that I was guilty too. I know that detectives are working hard, but if I don't get out of here, get a chance to clear my name, I don't have any hope.
Even if it's not the truth, you have to do whatever it takes to save Luis. I'm the only one on duty. Go.
Go? Fancy, what are you doing?
I am letting you escape. I want you to go. Now get out there and find a way to prove your innocence.